moving it right along to the main thing of this episode, the thing I was rushing to try to get done here today, which is my recap, or not really recap, but my insights to the Oscars. Like, I watched part of the ceremony, like maybe the initial performance, but I'm just not an award show person. I really, really don't care outside of who wins. And the only reason I care about who wins and who gets nominated is because I feel like certain people deserve to be rewarded, which is probably going to be the focus of this whole entire segment. The deserving of a reward. So let's go ahead and get into that topic and run through the stuff that there is to run through, right? So, got the iPad with me. I'm going to run through some images, starting off with Promising Young Woman Best Screenplay. No surprise. I thought this one would win at least one. Screenplay is not a bad one to win. It kind of is a nod. I like it. I feel like it should have been nominated for more than just that. I didn't even look at all the list of nominees. But Best Screenplay, not bad, not surprising as well. Very solid film. One of my top ones from last year. Moving right along to Soul, Best Animated Feature. I would say so. I haven't seen all of Onward because I watched it with the kids and it was like people was all over the place. They were all over the place. So wasn't really into that one as much as we were with Soul. Like, me and the family sat down with Soul and we really dug it. And I put it in my top 5 for the year. So I had a feeling it would be nominated. It would get some recognition where others may have not. So I felt that for Soul. No big deal in that category. Daniel Kaluuya, Best Supporting Actor for Judas and the Black Messiah. I just like to tout and like to, blow my own horn or, toot my own horn. I called it, bruh. When I saw the trailer and did a reaction months ago, I called it and said, these boys is going to get nominations and awards for this film. And it was at the time where the pandemic was kind of at more of a heightened state. So I was thinking, like, man, they might do some wild stuff and not let these boys get awarded. They might do some stuff like, oh, it didn't get released in enough theaters because the theaters was closed. I don't know. They might try to bury it or something like that. I don't know what they would do to try to distract people from the fact that this was an award-worthy film. But I knew from just the first trailer, this deserves some recognition. This is going to be one of those ones. And I'm glad that he got the nod there. I'm glad that Lakeith was also nominated. It could have went to either one. They both did a great job. The whole cast did great in that movie. That's my favorite one that I witnessed and saw this year. Is I haven't seen anything that would challenge it yet. So I think it's going to be definitely in my top 2 or 3 for the year moving forward. So exactly what I expected from it. Moving along. So Best Short Film, Two Distant Strangers. So this one, I have a student who is very much into film, and me and him talk about all the things that I talk about with you all. But my student wants me to watch this, and he was begging me for weeks before the Oscars. Like, hey man, you need to watch this Two Distant Strangers. He wrote it on the board. He wrote a note on my desk. It's like, you erased it. You should watch it. And I was like, bro, I'm not watching this, and I never will. Like I did a whole video on black drama, right? Whole video. Go look at that video if you want my explanation. I feel like this Two Distant Strangers, like the kid told me the premise and I'm like, dog, that's too fresh. That happened yesterday. That happened the day after that. That happened probably one day that we don't even know that it happened. It happened. I don't want to see this happen on repeat in the context of this movie. I just don't want to see that. So I'm not going to do that to myself as far as like reliving trauma and like just doing that to yourself. I feel like you're putting yourself through the ringer watching this if you're a black male for certain. So I'm not doing it. I'm not going to put that on. Sorry. Glad you guys won. Salute you. I can't. Moving along. This is where I want to kind of sit and talk a bit. Anthony Hopkins, Best Actor for The Father. Now, I am not one to talk harshly about a movie that I've never seen, much less never even heard of. I don't think I've seen a trailer for The Father. I don't watch a lot of TV, so not a lot of commercials get ran. I kind of just peruse the internet, and I haven't seen anything with the father. Not one frame of it, I want to say. I am an advocate for Chadwick Boseman. Not really one of those rabid fans like, oh, Chadwick should have won just based off of emotion. Here's my reasoning why I feel like they should have honored Chadwick Boseman. So I heard that they did a memorandum, like a honoring him video. And the thing about that is, if you're gonna go out of your way to honor him in that way, and he puts on a performance that is arguably worthy of a nomination. So if it's worthy of a nomination, then it's worthy of actually being selected to win. And it was a dynamic performance where you got a little bit of drama, you have some comedy in there, and he did this great, powerful performance in Ma Rainey, and he did it despite his physical ailments that he was fighting at the time that nobody knew about, and he still delivered such a powerful performance. I feel like if there was ever a time to honor his legacy and bestow an honor on his family, that was the time. Like, not to take anything away from Anthony Hopkins, I've never seen The Father, never really even heard of it. I imagine it was good. Anthony Hopkins has been nominated multiple times in his career. He's won before. Here we have Chadwick Boseman, who this is his last hurrah, his last opportunity for y'all to honor his performance and his abilities, and you pass on it. I feel like, well, he got a nomination, that's good. Nah, this is really not good. Not when you have such a large amount of people, from what I hear, even producers of the Oscars, expecting him to win, and you have this vote that goes the opposite way. I didn't like it. I did not like it. I would have much preferred to see them honor Chadwick Boseman by bestowing this award on him posthumously. I hate the people who say things like, oh, you pulling, I've seen somebody type this on Instagram, say, you're pulling the death card. Like, bruh, if you don't shut up. The performance, in spite of the physical ailment, is to me what makes him deserving of the award, because the performance was good enough on its own, but the fact that he did this while having cancer and fighting cancer, like, this is something that you honor. Even though he's not here, you respect the fact that he put out an award nominated performance, and you honor that, and you say, hey, it was good enough to nominate, and because you did it despite your health, we're going to bestow this honor on you. I'm very sad that they didn't. I really hope that no one comes in these comments and says anything about like, oh, death card or black card or any of those cards. It seems like people try to come up with different things just to justify their positions. I feel like if I'm on that board, I look at Anthony Hopkins and I say, you know, I haven't seen the movie, but if I look at it, I'm like, you did great, but you do great quite often, and we've honored you before. This man did great in the face of great health risk, great health adversity, and we won't get the chance to honor him again. So let's do this now. Like it or hate it, I'm sorry, that's where I land. There were other things that dropped this week. I chose not to touch anything else.